Hello and welcome to CFO Miles Draft League Season 3, Week 6, Game. What? Is this Game 6? Game 7. This is Game 7. This first live com in like 2 weeks. Hopefully, I can get that last Sunday game live com eventually. But this match is between Reich, coach of the Discord Pingdras, and Sir Roland, coach of Fish. Reich is 2-3. I believe Roland is 1-4 coming into this game. So I'm pretty sure most of the coaches coming 1-4. If they lose twice more, they're out of playoffs. So most of these games are big for their playoff chances coming up. But obviously, there's still opportunity for them. So, Mega Pokemon, Mega Lopunny, and Mega Manectric. Z Pokemon are Z Any Granbull, Z Attack Tornadus for Reich. Neither are here. And for Roland, the Z Pokemon are Z Attack Shedinja, Z Any Bisharp. Shedinja has not come since week 1. So that'll be that. I think that might be indicative of a potential upcoming change to Z privilege, but what do I know? Absolutely nothing. That's what I know. Sorry, I'm a little bit sick right now, but first impressions are there's no answer to Excadrill and Sand once an SD goes up. That could basically spell game instantly if it weren't for the fact that what was I gonna say? If it weren't for the fact that Sand has limited turns, Excadrill would win this game pretty much off rip. But obviously, Sand is limited, so Roland has a chance. Well, an obvious chance here. One major thing to note in that is Staraptor. Flying Resist is exclusively Excadrill. Close Combat will do a lot to pretty much everything except for Tangrowth. And maybe Druddigan, probably going to be a defensive Druddigan, so I don't presume it'll do all too much. But it'll probably be clicking U-turn because it has a lot of free pressure on a lot of Reich's team here. Another somewhat scary Pokemon to see is Manectric. Volt switches on pretty much everything. If Sand isn't up, it can Flamethrower, it can Torch Excadrill, and really do some damage, because that Fire Electric coverage is also pretty good. So, as long as Roland can keep Excadrill off the field, or prevent it from SDing, there's hope. And Bisharp Sucker Punch is obviously insurance for pretty much anything. Lopunny and Tyranitar are a little more iffy, but Quick Bisharp can Brick Break Tyranitar, and Sucker Punch probably kills Lopunny from like 30. So a lot of this team needs to watch out for some huge knocks from Bisharp. And I feel like in general, a lot of the Pokemon just have offensive potency as if they're an offensive Pokemon. So that's like just a general thing here. But yeah, that's pretty much what that's the sum of my ideas coming into this one. I presume that Druddigan will lead set up rocks, though Whimsicott does often lead for Roland, so I think there's also a chance that Metagross is just a really nice anti-lead for anything that Roland wants to throw out. Only concern would be if like lead Bisharp becomes swinging. Nothing's gonna appreciate taking a knock until Mega Lopunny Mega evolves. So that's just something that Reich's gonna have to be careful of unless Metagross has like Scarf Hammer Arm, which is weird. But Wims is the lead. It seems like Reich kind of followed my idea. Like anything that leads versus Bisharp would pretty much fold. So this is a pretty good start for Reich. It's probably Limber Lopunny. So that way it can block. Well, that way it doesn't take as much from Moonblast, one. It can block Thunder Wave too. Or it's going to go immediately for a fake out. Only do 20% though. Now, this seems to be a pretty defensive Whimsicott does have Cotton Guard. Cotton Guard Leech Seed seems really bad considering 5 out of 6 Pokemon on Reich's team are potentially physical. And plus 6, no matter what you do, is going to hurt. Or not hurt, it's just going to be really difficult to deal with. And then Grass Fairy coverage, so it'd be like Leech Seed, Moonblast. What? Leech Seed, Moonblast, Giga Drain, Cotton Guard. That would be a nightmare for Reich. Because Tangrowth obviously lacks a lot of special defense. And setting up maybe hitting for Moonblast or setting up something, maybe paralyzing Lopunny now would be in the best interest here. Tailwind goes immediately up. I presume this is just standard now. It is in Cotton Guard. I think it's just going to U-turn into Roserade because it's just, in my opinion, the by far safest option. Scouts for Helmet there. Well, not on purpose scouting for Helmet. And that did a lot. The crit caused it to do 98%. But that was still a 2 KO. That did a lot. But I don't really know what. Okay, this is like a suspicious situation for Rome to be in. Because of the fact that he doesn't know what hidden power this is. Like, this could just as easily be HP like anything. I presume HP Fire though, considering the fact that it's like Tapu Fini's not going to traditionally switch in to Tangrowth, so it's just like free HP Fires for the most part. In comes Artichoke on Giga Drain. Really big damage. Now, Tyranitar will die to this next, or this follow-up Giga Drain, and nothing really appreciated per se. Not Tangrowth. Tangrowth will just eat a Sludge Bomb and take like 60 and cry. In comes Metagross, takes minimal from Giga Drain, though Roserade is pretty healthy still. 41 percentage. Not gonna live like a Meteor Mash, but it can still live a Bullet Punch from this range, which is something Reich has to consider. I think there's a chance that we see HP Fire, considering this is offensive Roserade, I believe. Or not. Now, Tyranitar taking that much is pretty bad. Earthquake's not going to do much to Whimsicott. I wonder why he went Whimsicott there, especially considering the fact that Meteor Mash would have really sucked. I'm going to guess that Reich predicted Bisharp to come in there to prey on Metagross, and then he hit. The only thing is, they would have speed tied, so Bisharp would have been a bad play to switch into, I feel like. Unless he was predicting Manectric. U-turn, 7%. Metagross is kind of sitting on most of the tools here. In comes Main on Meteor Mash. Not going to take a lot. Going to take a little. Or some, not a little. We're going to see Flamethrower here, pretty obviously. At least, I think, pretty obviously. It's not going to do a lot to Tyranitar, who I predict will come in. But it does ensure that Excadrill is not on his way to just kill. Now, okay, call me crazy. I'm guessing Whimsicott is it's the Berry, because it's defensive, and from like the get-go, it seemed like Excadrill was hugely problematic. So I feel like it would just be a really intelligent call to be the Berry, but maybe it's not. Um, Now I do think a flamethrower is coming, and Reich is calking something. In comes Drudigon on the flame dart. Yep, minimal damage. It seems like it's not leftovers, so something. So it's got to be careful. It's gonna go for Gunk Shot. There's no way it doesn't go for Gunk Shot. The only thing is it's at -1. So Volt Switch will do like 20%, 25, and that would bring it down to like 60-ish. That is probably grounds for a Bisharp knockout. If it's Life Orb, the only thing is if it clicks Earthquake to kind of splash. I think something has to go down in this position. Unless Staraptor comes in. In comes Tapu Fini. I do think there is the Earthquake. I was thinking Gunk Shot, but yeah, that's too big of a risk considering how dangerous Bisharp is and the fact that it could pretty much dent anything on Reich's team. So that was a pretty that was the right call, I feel. Moonblast is gonna suck. Or Ice Beam, whatever. Nothing is really well equipped to take on Tapu Fini, in my opinion. Or not. Well, yeah, nothing's really well equipped to take on Tapu Fini. This is dead to Moonblast. Metagross kind of can, but if it's like Hydro Pump, that's hugely problematic. Now, with Tyranitar and Draudigon weakened, a lot of the Bisharp pressure seems to fall on Lopunny now, and it seems like Reich is confident in that. Which is fair. The only thing is, if Roland calls with any single Iron Head and hits Lopunny, Lopunny is probably in Sucker Punch range. Which is really bad. In comes Tangrowth on Moonblast, takes 42, drops special attack. Now, considering that drop in special attack and that crit did 92, right? 98, that will do 49%. It's going to do exactly half. Roserade will fall. The only thing is, what is Tangrowth going to hit here? Because we know it's hidden power fire, and it's probably choice specs considering the amount of just raw damage it produced. Ice Beam comes off, crit 15%. Now, part of me wonders why Reich didn't just go hard into Metagross initially. Maybe it was to try and get a double into Staraptor or into Bisharp. Though, if Bisharp came in, Metagross is still gonna... Metagross can speed tie and lose and die. So, that was risky. But, yeah, Reich is making the smart decision, just making sure Drill stays healthy. That's 44%. And Metagross has to be careful now. This is 2 Scalds away. That crit Scald really stung, considering the fact that it probably reduced the amount of turns Metagross has by 1. And it has to go for Meteor Mashes now. It's been kind of like trying to hit the mid-ground Earthquakes. Though Meteor Mash here would have done probably like 20, 30-ish, 30% or so. An attack boost would be pretty good, though. So, Reich's just got to make sure that that goes correctly. Though, Reich has to be really careful with Metagross because steel. This is one of the 2 steals on the team. And Staraptor has not touched the field. Same with Excadrill. So, a reduction in the number of... Ooh. Now, here's a question. Does Ice Beam kill at +1? And does Specs Giga Drain kill at +1? 90%. Not quite, and not even close. But that's not good. Moonblast will kill from here, and that's a really bad thing for Reich. A Moonblast here kills, because we saw, I think that was a crit earlier. The crit Moonblast? No, that wasn't even a crit, so that'll kill, and it's a mid-ground. Now, unless... This is really tough, this Tapu Fini right now. It's got a lot of kind of just gas. Metagross is in shaky condition. I think Tyranitar has to come in, unless Lopunny can kill with Fake Out. The only thing is, it will be 50. I think Lopunny has this, so Reich's not scared. The only thing is, if he goes for that Fake Out, that's free inning. Like, obviously, something's dying to this Fini. There's no shot that Reich comes out of this unscathed. Both of the answers are chipped massively. A +1 Moonblast basically kills something here. No, not basically. It does, unless Excadrill comes in for some reason, which would be really greedy, and in my opinion, not very smart, because then Bisharp has reign over this game. It has control. So, I have a feeling that Whimsicott's going to come in on Mega Lopunny. Lopunny's going to come in. Fake Out Return is definitely killing from here. In comes Manectric with Intimidate. Scrappy's going to block it. Fake Out. There's a Speed Tie. I think Flamethrower. Nothing kills Lopunny from here. Now, Going Drill's a really ill-advised play, I would believe. Because if it goes for the mid-ground Flamethrower, uh-oh, Drill. I think Flamethrower... I think I can see Tyranitar just raw switching here. I could also see Manectric just going for a Volt Switch from this spot. Tailwinded? Bisharp. Oh no. I just realized that. Tailwinded Bisharp could probably kill most of the team. So in comes T-Tar. On Thunderbolt, 31%. That will kill from here, unless that was a really high roll and it can hit like 26 on the low. So, Thunderbolt, potential here. Tyranitar does not really have the option to go down though. Flamethrower. Oh crap. Sucker Punch range. That was a really bad Flamethrower to switch into. And a really good call by Roland, because now this is Sucker Punchable for sure. Though, if I were in Roland's position, I would go Winds, Tailwind, and kill everyone with knockoff. Boing. Goodbye. Oh, wait. This could be CBCC? That would be terrible. That would be 3 turns of dead Pokemon. Now, Bisharp can't come in because of Tailwind. Or because of Sand. So, Excadrill is still relatively safe. And we see that Excadrill is not choice banned. In comes Roserade. It's faster by 4. Now, I don't know how Choice Specs Hidden Power Fire could do something. The only thing is Druddigon is still alive. This is tight. Because Bisharp has the potential to stop Excadrill from this position. Especially now that Tangrowth is dead. Iron Head is so bad for Reich. Iron Head probably kills pretty much the entire team to a degree. And a lot of the team now actually, does Scarf Bravebird just win the game just about? This isn't... We haven't seen the item on Excadrill yet. So that's really tough. What is Excadrill running? It's running a Resist Berry, but it's 28%. I don't think a Resist Berry will save it from 28%, and obviously Knockoff can't be blocked by Resist Berry and Ground Steel. So what is the end game for both players? I'm obviously Staraptor's end game for Roland. It's full health, but Bisharp alternatively is a solid end game option. It's just once Tyranitar goes down with Sand gone, Staraptor wins immediately, pretty much. In comes Druddigon on Giga Drain, comfortably. Down goes Sand. Excadrill could be back in business. It's the Lopunny and Excadrill that are the problem, not one or the other. It's them combined. One of them has to go down for the win to come. Now, just because Gunk Shot wasn't launched the first time doesn't mean it's not there. So Roland has to be really, really careful now about that. Now it's a matter of killing Lopunny or Excadrill. Or removing Sand entirely. If Sand is gone, Excadrill is pretty much neutralized by Staraptor. And since Druddigon is taking actual chip from right now, things could go very south very quickly for Reich if one of these two go down or if Sand is gone. Bisharp is also completely healthy, so this is going to be a close one from our position in this match. Dazzling Gleam kills. Uh-oh. It's not Specs. Who's going to switch into Brave Bird? Fake Out does 43%. Poisons. That's actually pretty bad. Because the more damage Lopunny takes, the closer it is to just dying to Bisharp. But down goes... Yeah, there down goes Roserade. But Lopunny is taking damage pretty quick. Does return kill 50% on this Tapu Fini. Staraptor comes in. Probably going to go for a CC because it can. Now, this all comes down to mind games from where I'm seeing. If this is a U-turn, though, that's not great. There's the CC. I think it's going to be a sack to Tapu Fini. And then a switch into Bisharp. And that's going to be where the game is decided. Whether Rolling goes for an Iron Head or a knockoff or a Sucker Punch will determine the fate of this game. Unless he sacks and goes... How? How do you even call that? What? That is so gutsy. But now Tapu Fini is alive, so that's problematic. Sand is going out. So, if you're right here, do you stick? Do you go? I think it's more important. Yeah, it's also just as important. What does Roland decide to go for here? This is important. My heart rate is going up, and I'm not even playing in this game. This is a good one. What's it gonna be? What's gonna happen? The Sucker Punch? Or the knockoff? And what's Right gonna do? As soon as Sand is gone, the game is pretty much over. So going Lopunny would be pretty bad. I think in the end... Yeah, this turn decides the fate of the game. I can't call this game because it's just completely hinges on this. Oh no, that is it. Oh my god. Holy crap, man. Bisharp cleans up here. Roland made 2 critical predictions this game, and that's what did it. Now he needs to click Sucker Punch twice. If he doesn't do that, I don't know. Right can win only if Bisharp decides not to Sucker Punch. Why? Why would you do that? Why would you not Sucker Punch? This is... He said GG. He knew you had Sucker Punch to kill. Well, now I guess don't get flinched and don't die. Oh my god. You made the call just to not Sucker Punch the Excadrill the subsequent turn? Why? Why? Now I'm going crazy. Because I said that would decide the game, and then it didn't. Oh, well, Sand's gone. And CC will kill. Bullet Punch should not kill from here. I guess it was for kills for Staraptor, but, like, yeah, good games, but, like, oh my god, I had a heart attack when he didn't Sucker Punch. That's it. That's game 7 of week 5. Or no, this is week 6. Ah, well. Good luck next week, that was a roller coaster.